Can a well-known laser company really deliver on an apparel printer? I'm talking about this apparel printer right here from xTool. We all know my background is in DTF. From hybrid DTGs to XL3s, I like to feel like I've kind of seen it all. So today, I'm here to bring you my real first impression on this apparel printer from xTool. No fluff, no hype, just results, features, and my honest take. For starters, is the xTool apparel printer for everyone? Probably not. If you're running a high volume shop with daily production, you'll still want to look at more industrial, larger direct-to-film setups. But for the small business, the startup brand, or the shop that wants to add DTF without breaking the bank, this is where the action starts. The xTool apparel printer just makes sense. It lowers the barrier for those wanting to get started with direct-to-film printing in a way no other machine really does. Now, as we can see, the design of this machine really leans in on ease of use. This compact build measures in at about 36, 14 deep, and about 14 tall, but it produces transfers up to 14 inches wide. That's pretty big, even on a men's XXX shirt. Tap that like button if you agree. Now, this whole layout just screams portability, and weighing in at a petite 60 pounds or so, it's mobile and desktop friendly. Even the software is streamlined. I can tell you from experience with xTool's other laser machines, I like that the workflow doesn't feel intimidating. For someone whose brand might be new to DTF, you can rest assured that you won't get lost in the settings or the setup. And that means more to people like hobbyists or small business shop owners or side hustlers, where you can actually jump in without that huge learning curve. This model is also competitively priced. Coming in at about $6K, it can also be bundled with their shaker for powdering and drying all together. Beyond the printer, xTool has made their very own OS1 automatic shaker oven machine. For small, studio, or mobile setups, this space-saving design is special. Taking up a fraction of the space needed for traditional roll-to-roll printing, the patented double-sided baking system and vertical curing path means less space taken up on the shop floor. For those who want to start off with the printer alone, the shaker can always be added in later for an a la carte pricing of around $3,300. But if you bundle these items together, you can save a few $100s. There's even an option to save money if you bundle in their purifier as well. Now, when purchased as an entire ensemble piecing together, in my opinion, the full system is really how you get the most out of xTool's apparel printing. For beginners looking to get into direct-to-film with an all-in-one solution, but don't have the need or space for traditional roll-to-roll printing, what do you guys think? I want to hear it. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Is this an efficient DTF setup? Or as xTool puts it, a one-click automated print-to-bake workflow. Beyond the sleek design of this setup, what really stands out to me is the maintenance access. A lot of times, newer users may struggle with upkeep and really making sure the machine's running smoothly. Here, it's easier to reach what you need. And for the beginners, the built-in maintenance makes the machine super smooth to operate. This printer runs automatic head cleans at startup, so you're basically ready to go every day without worrying about those clogs. And the continuous whiting circulation, something you only see on trusted higher-end brands, well, that also helps keep things flowing as long as the machine is connected to power. And speaking of ink, it is worth mentioning every consumable in the system, the inks, the film, the powder, has all been tested and certified safe for not only handling, but also wearing at the customer level. That is peace of mind, not just for the person wearing the shirt, but for the production team, handling the materials and producing everything that's going out the door. Honestly, that should be a non-negotiable with any setup when you're considering getting into DTF. So as we mentioned, this entire setup does require an initial investment of around $10K. So the real question becomes then, is it worth it? Well, for many people, the answer is yes. The clean interface and compact size make this an ideal starter setup for those really looking to break ground into direct-to-film. To those in the xTool engraving space, this is going to be an easy addition to your existing operation. However, from a production standpoint, this setup isn't really suited for high volume output, but nor is it trying to be. Who knows if xTools will get there in the future, but one thing is for sure, even companies like xTool, who are well known for laser engraving or non-apparel customization, can see the value in direct-to-film printing. So, if you want to go full color printing on all sorts of materials and fabrics or apparel items, this print method is by far the best way to capitalize. Now let's try out this printer for the first time. As you can see, everything's already connected, so all I have to do is open xTool's Creative Space. I'll drag and drop my file into the software, size it out to my preferred dimensions, and then send the job. From here, I can rely on dual Epson i1600 printheads to lay down HD resolution prints before proceeding to the powder station. From here, the fresh print is coated with powder before entering the vertical drying unit we talked about. At this point, we can keep production going by sending additional jobs while the printer, meanwhile, is pumping out transfers. Now let's go apply this to a garment and check out the results. On most materials, xTool's DTF is applied at medium to firm pressure, 290 degrees Fahrenheit on most fabrics, and between about 12 to 15 seconds. Now this film is advertised as sort of an instant peel, so let's go ahead and give this a press. The boldness, the vibrancy, and the color accuracy. I've seen the source file. I'm digging it. The first thing I notice about this print is the sharpness. The colors are very vibrant, and it feels like all the details came through very clean. Overall hand feel is pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. And for a lot of people, that's kind of the deal breaker right there. xTool is clearly trying to compete with established players in this space, and from a pure quality standpoint, these samples are right up there. Of course, quality is one thing in a booth doing a demonstration, but the real test is consistency over time. We'll need to see how this holds up in more of a production setting. So, if you want to see more videos on the apparel printer from xTool, leave us a comment down in the section below. So, for newcomers to direct-to-film, this apparel printer could be the right first step into that space. And the very best way to know? Come see it for yourself. Book a demonstration, join our next event, or connect with us online, because nothing beats seeing what these machines can do and these results live in person.